Hey, we're live. Happy Sunday, everybody. How are you? Hope you are feeling good. It's Monday, actually, isn't it? Yeah, I don't even know what day it is. I don't know what day it is. I titled this Sunday. How hilarious is that? We'll just pretend it's Sunday. So yeah, it's the 9th of November. Is that correct? I don't know what day it is. Yeah, it's the 9th of November. My birthday's in 2 days. What are we gonna do about that? We're gonna have fun. Gonna have a good time. I'm looking at my girlfriend off to the side of the camera. She's over there playing Hearthstone. Are you on Twitch right now?
No.
Not on Twitch yet?
No.
Might do that later. I've been having a hard time figuring out what Twitch games I want to play because, or games on Twitch I want to play because I just really have an Xbox. Macs aren't really good for gaming. And my Xbox, I'm like at a loss for what I want to do. Like a lot of people playing Call of Duty, but like I don't want to. I don't want to play Call of Duty. I don't feel like it. I like mystery games. What was that game I played that was really cool?
The plague.
A Plague's Tale. That was a cool game. If you haven't played A Plague's Tale, check it out. It's like takes place in a dark medieval time sort of period, like right after, like not medieval time, like during. I'm bad at things. During the religious persecution. What was that? Where they would burn people, blame them for things. The Crusades or the no, this is well, Salem witch trials didn't happen in France, but something similar to that. But it's the not the Crusades, but the Inquisition. There you go. So the religious inquisitions in town. There's a plague. No one really. It's like a. There's a conspiracy involved. There's like supernatural forces. You play this girl whose whole family gets Ned Starked at the beginning of it, and you and your little brother are running for safety. I think you eventually find your mom, and she's not dead, which is like a flip because normally in these games everyone has to suffer. Point is, it was an interesting game. It's kind of story based. You kind of have to do what the story says to do. I like that. I thought it was fun. It was fun to play. What was I playing before that? I was playing
The zombie game.
those different zombie games. Yeah.
You were on a zombie kick for a little
I was on a zombie kick. It might have been because it was that time of year. And I'm just adjusting. There we go. Maybe that'd be better. Back up. You can see my face. I really should figure out these angles before I start going live. But, I just wanted you to look deep into my eyes for a second, everyone. That's a better angle. Yeah, I don't. Whatever. It was games. Games were fun. It was fun to be innocent for the last 4 years and just let Daddy Trump run the whole country. It's interesting. We got to switch up now, and Grandpa Joe's gonna come in with Auntie Kamala, and they're gonna do things for us. The president seems to be arguing a lot about the election stuff, and what, like, how confident am I that if everything's recounted, Joe Biden's the winner? What if everything's recounted and it goes, oh, by like 40 people, it's actually President Trump who wins by 40 people? How crazy would that be? Like, a handful of apathetic people have decided the fate of the world for the next 4 years. Like, that would be that's democracy, huh? Most likely he won't be there after January. And I do like that the Biden group is moving forward, and what they need to do. They're already putting out like, hey, we're gonna have this person do this. Hey, President-elect Biden came out today and was like, hey, I'm not in charge till the 20th of January, but in the meantime, could you please wear your masks? That was his tweet. I'm not word for word, but that was his tweet. I thought that was kind of cute. It's like, hey, I'm not in charge yet, but could you start listening to me? There's been a lot of spread. I'm on day 2 or 3 or 4 of no cigarettes. I don't know. I kind of stopped. I stopped on the election night because I was like, all right, if this is perfectly okay for me to be nicotined out like a maniac because it's the election. And then afterwards, I'm like, hit or miss, like whoever wins. There is no reason to keep smoking. I'm gonna outlive both these presidents anyway. They're very old men. I'm gonna outlive both these people anyway, so I might as well. That was the seat. I'm sorry. I might as well get healthy. Plus, it's my birthday. I'm 39 on Wednesday. I'll be 39 years old, which is disgusting. It's just gross. I can't believe I'm this old. I'm twice as old as my father was when he had a family already. And here I am, an unmarried man with no children. But that's okay. We're working on it. We're working on it. It's a funny thing to actually work on trying to be a dad. Just because you never really think in your life, you're told constantly, every moment of the day that, hey, have protected sex, otherwise you're gonna have kids all over the place. And then when you go, like, you actually take the gloves off, not to be so literal, and you're like, why am I missing what are we doing wrong? And it's just the reality is, it's just like, I have 39-year-old sperm. That's all it is. That's all it is. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. Take some vitamins. You probably didn't tune in to hear me talk about fertility. You probably didn't tune in at all. Let's be realistic. Anyway, I just thought I'd come on and do another podcast because why not? This one's going to be shorter, a little bit from the last one, which is a half hour. Which the half hour format seems key. That'd be good. I don't have anyone to interview. I don't really have many thoughts. I can tell you about my insanity today. Started last night. There's a couple things you might be noticing on this channel now. I'm technologically dumb. I don't know how to do stuff. Just don't. I don't understand how I've gotten this far in life, never really having to do anything with technology. Now, listen, in 1998, 99, when I was in college, for radio broadcasting, they taught me how to do things on tape, physical tape. So I learned editing. I learned stuff like I had to slice things in half. I had to listen really close. So like, oh, is my voice going? There's that. Get rid of that. Slice that out in between words, or all that weird shit we do. And I became a whiz at it, and I could edit down a commercial physically on tape and stuff. And then you would upload what you did to a cart, right? And then you can save what that 30-second spot, 1 minute spot, or whatever digitally. You could save it. That technology existed, so we would make MP3s of the thing afterwards, so we can delete the physical copy, right? And then you'd play it. You'd hit click, and then you'd play that on the radio station. It was like a blend of technology and of modern technology, which is what we still have today. Streaming technology, I guess you want to put it. And the physical tape. And that was hard work. And afterwards, when it was like, oh no, we're completely digital now, there's no more tape involved, I started losing a step that I never caught up with. And then I got distracted with becoming this analog like douchebag who just like, I'm into tube amplifiers and vinyl. And this was in 90 when people were like not into these things anymore. They were all looking for digital stuff. But I was like, nah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's what I feel good at doing. And I did that for a long time. And it was nice to be the asshole shows up with a 90-pound amplifier at a rock show while everyone else has just a mod that sits in a bay and just goes right to the soundboard. I got over that. But then it's also the weird thing, just by way of the type of jobs I work, day jobs, mostly retail. You don't need to know a computer to work retail, you need to physically stand there and physically speak to people. The only computer you're working off of is a POS, point of sale system. It's still a piece of shit, but it's a point of sale system that you just type in, here's the item, here's the price. It calculates out almost everything for you. It's very rare that you have to know how to do percentages for discounts and stuff, but you should know that anyway. So I didn't really learn shit. And in college, the later years when I went again, I just it wasn't about the technology, it was about the actual knowledge of how to think. It was like more, I felt like all these other times I went to all these other attempts to go to college, it wasn't a matter of learning a technology or an actual skill I could use in a workforce. It was more like, here's a way to expand your mind how to think. And I learned better critical thinking abilities, maybe questionable, but I didn't learn things that would be helpful. Like, all right, great, I taught you journalism. Now go work for go try to be a journalist in a world where you're like, I don't know how to do things on blogs. I write things on paper. I can give you a Microsoft Word of the thing I reported, but most everything I have is on notes or on a voice recorder. Don't ask me to build you a vlog website. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just don't. And then I'll get sort of I don't know why this is weird. No one's going to watch this. It's not entertaining. I'm just crying. My girlfriend's quiet over there. Like, this is a fucking meltdown. I'm bad at technology. Isn't this cute? Camera's going to have a hard time focusing on it. There we go. Mr. Claus. My girlfriend has some Mrs. Claus ones too, and they are fun. We are already geared up for Christmas. Love Christmas. Love Christmas. Moving on to Christmas. Going to get away from my technological woes. Oh, but real quick, you might notice a little watermark on the bottom of the screen. I don't know if that's too small or not. Why don't you tell me? I'll fix it later. If I ever figure out how I even did that without my girlfriend helping me to do that. I'm going to be a great father. I'm going to be able, like, son's going to be like, Dad, how do you irrigate a field? I'll be like, I know how to do that. But don't ask me how to post a video or edit it or record it. Really. I don't know how to do. I'm surprised this is happening. I'm surprised this isn't on fire right now. It's weird to love video games, to think cell phones are amazing technology, and think DSLR cameras are like excellent, useful tools. But also, like, be like, I don't understand how any of these things are connected. It's a very, I feel helpless. I feel like I know that there are octogenarians who know how to do this stuff because they were always technologically advanced, and I just didn't. I skipped out. I wanted to play guitar, grow a beard, smoke pot, so I missed out on so much fun and so much creativity and any education that would have been useful. Yeah, I know. I'm going to shut up. All right. Talk to you for 13 minutes here about my problems with myself. I think the country's on a good path. I think it's going to be okay. I think we have a chance of generally just pushing forward, even with the like 70 million plus people who almost half the country who vote, half the living people who voted want a Republican in office because they just think bad things about Democrats. And as a person who's sort of an agnostic person when it comes to politics, I'm like, look, this time around, the person was toxic for the country. Call it the company, but it's true. Think about it in a company, right? Even if your boss is doing his job adequately enough, if he walks around and like every other person, he's all like, hey, I don't like you, or he made everyone uncomfortable in the workspace, You go to HR, you go like, this guy makes us super uncomfortable all the time. Is there anything we can do about it? And they say, well, at the next board meeting or whatever, we can, bring up the voting someone else in charge or whatever. I don't know how the actual world works, but I imagine if you complained about your boss enough, the company would have to address it at some point, even if you owned the company, unless it, right? Like even in big corporations where there's a board, even if you own 51% of the company, if like everyone's like, hey, no one likes you, you need to go away. Like you don't look good for the company. Donald Trump did not look good for the country. I don't care if you think he's a good president. He didn't look good for the country. And you don't think that matters because to you, only thing that matters is that maybe you saved $750 in your taxes, which is exactly what he paid in taxes. But maybe you saved a little bit of money. Maybe you think you're going to get more employment at the end of the day. But the reality was things were falling apart. Our country, our world is globalizing. It's where everything's going to end up going to. We are going to become a single entity planet in the next 100 years. That is where it's going to. Don't think of it as state governments. Think of it as coalitions of hemispheres working together globally to keep our planet together. Because I don't know, maybe that's too highfalutin an idea. But 100 years ago, did they think that we would even have the ability to talk to somebody in China today? Right? No, they didn't think that technology would ever exist. Probably lost. If anyone was listening to me, it was probably right-wing people who were like, "You son of a bitch! You had a red plaid shirt on. I thought you were with us." This episode brought to you by the wind. It blows. Sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cool. And either way, you're glad it blew on you. Everyone likes to get blown. Dumb. All right. We got to go to do a little shopping. Mm-hmm. Where and when? What are we doing today? What's our plan?
We're gonna go to Target.
Target.
Hell yeah.
Maybe go to Best Buy.
Yep. It'd be a good time.
It's a good time. I like the lighting is perfect for this at this time of day, which is why I'm doing it right now. Like
Right.
between 1 and 3, the lighting is just perfect. I have the way my apartment is set up. I never get direct sunlight, but the indirect sunlight is perfect. I always have this glow during the day. And then at night it goes away real quick. It's just sort of like I never have to turn my lights on in this apartment. It's fantastic. Except for at night, because otherwise it's just street lights out there. It's weird, right? You ever notice that if we open the blinds at night, it looks like we live in we do live in a city, but it looks like we live against the highway or something,
Mm-hmm.
even though live by the river. All right. 20 minutes is good enough. Hey, everybody, I love you. Tune in another time when I have anything cool to say. Bye-bye. Let's say bye.
Bye.
Bye.